What's going on, fellas? Jimothy Spyder, as always, joined by my partner, LeRoy Cannonball, and we got a potential Super Bowl preview here, big guy.
Absolutely, Spyder. What a treat. We're out here in Week 17. Two of the best teams are playing today, 13-2. Lions tied for the best record in the NFC, going up against the 14-0-1 Cleveland Browns, best team in the AFC. Let's take a look and see exactly how the first half played out.
Lions get the ball to start the game. Opening drive, second and long. A stupendous user alert, but it's doinked up in the air. Right place, right time for this young man. Holy crows, what a name. Jeremiah Owusu Koromoa. Now I see why you gave me this first highlight, big guy.
Browns now driving off that interception. Gonna go for it on 4th and 2 from the Lions 18. What's the game plan, coach? Why not throw it up to the team leader in touchdowns, Anthony Schwartz?
And may the Schwartz be with you.
You know, it'd be great if you could start referencing movies from even just this decade. That movie's almost 30 years old. Nobody knows what the French you're talking about, Spyder.
Hey, you know what? Their loss, not mine. Lions hoping to even up the score. Got some fake jet motion. J.D. Cameron beaming a ball to T.J. Hawkinson, who's had a very underwhelming year. Only his third touchdown on the campaign, averaging less than 2 catches a game, Cannonball.
Hey, it's just another example of it's not what you do, it's when you do it. Browns, fresh into the second quarter, have possession of the football, but the Lions are sending a heater from the right side, about to get home, throw at a sack. It's Jason Channing Tatum coming up with the football and saluting our brave men and women serving overseas.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't quite be a football game if we didn't glorify war at some point. Anyway, let's get a highlight for the 4th round pick out of Georgia. Steer clear of Zamir White. Good luck tackling this guy, Cannonball. I know you'll love this play.
70 yards off of pure testosterone. He's got over 2,000 on the year. He's eclipsed 30 touchdowns. And I know the MVP is now a quarterback award, but Zamir White, in my mind, has to be in the consideration, because where would these Lions be without him?
Lions already up 7, gonna receive this punt right before the 2-minute warning. Tyree Rodriguez spinning his body like a DJ, getting out to the left side, but this highlight's actually not about him. It's the punter making an open field tackle.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. One man to beat. It's the skinny little punter, and you don't do anything. If anything, just walk over him. Didn't you just have that example from Zamir White? A minute of game time later, J.D. Cameron takes this snap at midfield, and he's going to be like Denzel in Training Day. He's going to get surgical with this thing, Jake.
You know, I'm surgical with this, Jake.
A 44-yard dot to take a 2-score lead against the undefeated Browns.
Final highlight of the package, Browns desperately need points before halftime, but only 10 seconds left. Quarterback Stanley Nelson looking, doesn't see anybody open, eventually flushed out of the pocket and barely gets his ball off. Cleveland forced to settle for a field goal and take an 11-point deficit into halftime.
And here we are, start of the third quarter, and let me just say, it's great to see Coach DJ having some success. Of course, we followed him last season, and he's really turned it on. Talked about it earlier, 13-2. He's got these boys playing in a huge way.
After a stuffed first down run, 2nd and 9 for these Browns, Stanley Nelson throwing a contested ball, but it's caught. Heck of a catch out there. Coverage was blanketed.
Just to finish up on that, he's got both sides of the ball playing well. I mean, the 2nd-ranked offense for points and the 5th-ranked defense. I really think Detroit has something brewing here this year. I mean, he's giving it to these undefeated Cleveland Browns, at least for the first 16 minutes.
Another first down for Cleveland, who is, of course, coached by one of the best users in the NEFL, Jern88. Now pressure coming off the left side, and they get him, Cannonball. It's the barn burner, Kalen Barnes.
And this is a good call from Coach DJ, but even better execution. You see, there's not even a deep safety on this play. Everyone just manned up. Coach DJ usually in the middle, but there's just nowhere for Jern to go with the football, and he has to eat a sack.
2nd and 19 on this opening drive of the second half. Stanley Nelson got an open seam ball. There is a flag. See if this one's getting called back. It is going to be holding, and he got 2nd and almost 30, big guy.
Yeah, and I don't care who you are. I don't care your resume. I don't care how many bowls you've won. Good luck winning when you're taking sacks and getting penalties.
2nd and a mile. Coach DJ playing man again. This time, though, does have a deep safety. The snap. And Amari Cooper beats the press. It's going to make it a lot more manageable on 3rd down. Only his 2nd catch of the game so far.
And that's not just characteristic of this specific game, Spyder. They haven't utilized him much this year. Barely cracked 600 yards and only 7 tutties. It's kind of like the 3rd option on this team. Now 3rd and 8. Roping a corner route. It looks covered, but it's not. What happened? Touchdown, Cleveland. Go back to the replay. This looks locked. We got a click on from Coach DJ, and he just fell behind at the last second. It was a great cut-in. Looked like it was going to be a user pick. And now an opening score to start the 2nd half, and they're going to go for 2 to try to pull within 3.
Coming out in shotgun, looking like DJ gonna lean man again here. Throw to the end zone, intercepted. Kalen Barnes, one man to beat. It's the very slow Stanley Nelson. He's gonna beat him. He's gonna take it back for 2 the other way.
Kalen Barnes, we saw him step up in the 1st half, generating that pressure, getting that pick, and now he's gonna make 2 points on his own. And it's crazy how often we see the pick 6 on the 2-point conversion in this league, Spyder.
6 points for Cleveland, but a 2-point refund for Detroit. Only a 4-point change overall. 1st down run to Zamir White. And is he playing with some fire or what? Shoves a man off of him. And we got to go back to replay for this.
Mama, there goes that man. And to borrow another thing from the NBA, you just got posterized. Apologies to Ronnie Harrison Jr., but that would be an incredible poster to have as a Lions fan. Zamir White getting 11 a carry. This game as good as over if Coach DJ can keep running the rock like this.
Now another run for Zamir White, keeping him hot, keeping him loose on the outside. How's he not on the sidelines taking a breather after that play, Cannonball?
That's unbelievable. I mean, you see a guy run a 5-yard out, and he's begging the sidelines to sub out, and Zamir White throwing 250-pound men off him and saying, no, I'm good. Give me another carry. Great personal effort and going right back to the weapon who breaks a shoestring tackle. 3 back-to-back-to-back. Big boy, big ball runs from Zamir White.
DJ Jazzy Jeff going up 14, 12 to play. This is very reminiscent of that early 2000s style of football, Cannonball, where just a running back takes over the game. You don't see that much anymore.
And Browns, this is where everybody gets to see what you're made of. It's got to be the most adversity you faced all year. Down 2 scores, you're in somebody else's house, and you can't seem to generate a running game.
Hey, talk about how they've just steamrolled everybody. Haven't faced much adversity because they've just been so much better than everybody else. The #1 offense in the league and the #1 defense in the league. Now going empty, 2nd and 8. Quick out route. Gonna get a big 1st down. That's big for confidence. Even if you don't score on this drive, you just can't go 3 and out. First things first, get a 1st down. Mission accomplished. But for a team that's averaging 45 points a game, I can't see how you don't have 6 on your brain here.
Well, you're the one that kind of brought that whole thing up. I'm sure they had 6 on the brain to begin with. You, with your loser mentality, just trying to get a 1st down, you got to score here. You're getting your stuff pushed in, and momentum is a very real phenomenon. We need points here, and we need more than 3. Get out of here with your 1st down BS, Spyder.
All right, 2nd and 5 from the gun. Rocket to the seam. Little Hezzy beats the safety and gets a nice little chunk on top. That's an extra 15 yards just with that hesitation move.
Now running no huddle, gotta love it. Only 11 minutes left in this game. You don't know how many possessions you got left. Taking another sack here, Rashawn Too Many Cooks coming up with the 1st down sack in the red zone, pushing them back to the 34.
Cleveland now facing another 2nd and very long. Again, a snap from shotgun. Throw over the middle and another interception. That's Ty Bruton. Or if you want to get fancy, T.Y. Bruton.
And Coach DJ had a pick six slip through his fingers there. The whole left side of the field is open. But every Madden player knows this predicament. Sometimes when you take the player over, it doesn't allow you to move the player. I hope everybody knows what I'm talking about. Sometimes it just kind of auto runs for a little bit, and I guarantee that's what happened here.
And this is getting nasty out here in Detroit, folks. I don't think anybody saw this type of game coming. It was marketed as the game of the week, and Zamir White just continuing to be the Incredible Hulk. Actually brings up a good time for me to ask a big guy, I got a room comped. Out in LV, another first down. Hawkinson, a journal. Can he get to the edge of the end zone? He's running, he's gunning, and it's out at the 1. Hawkinson, we said, had a down year, but he is playing big here on broadcast against the Giants of the AFC.
Let you get back to your question in a second, Spyder. Sounded kind of interesting. Now at the 1, give it to the muscle. First time we've seen him stopped all day. He's almost at 200 yards, Spyder. We're not even in the fourth quarter.
Ford Field rocking out here in Detroit. 2nd and goal from the 2. J.D. Cameron fakes a handoff. He's got some room and an untouched scramble touchdown.
And I don't like to count a team out early, but, there might be a conversation for it at this point. 21-point Lion lead, and Coach DJ has just had a terrific game plan on both sides of the ball.
Browns taking possession of the football again. What I was going to ask you, big guys, I got a room comped in Las Vegas. As almost kind of reminiscent of the butt fumble there in a way. Just ran into his own lineman and stumbled backwards. It's getting embarrassing, folks. But I have a room comped out in Las Vegas if you want to come out and share some festivities with me.
I don't even think I could go out to Vegas anymore, Spyder. I'm pretty sure I have a warrant out there, if not 3. Now ball on 2nd and 10, trying to make that corner route happen, and he gets absolutely leveled. That is concussion city, if I've ever seen it.
A warrant?
All right. I wanted to call the game, but it's not much of a game so far. This was back in my playing days, Spyder. Me and my boys, we were out in Las Vegas celebrating. This was the off-season after I won my 2nd All-Pro. Quickly 3rd and 10 out of empty, and they're going to get just enough. Shoestring tackle. Living on the edge of a prayer here at Cleveland. It's 4-down territory. It might even be that Tom Brady thing where he tries to have 5 downs.
Oh, so this story is like right before your whole career fell apart, right?
Yeah. Thanks for putting that little nugget in there, Spyder. But first down for Cleveland. Stanley Nelson looking deep, and it's complete again. Down to the 19, and that's going to bring us into the fourth quarter here.
And Cleveland, if you have any shot in this game, it's just got to be continued deep shots like that. We got to score quick. We got to get 3 and outs. We got to get turnovers on defense. Well, it's a good start, but you got a lot of work to do here. 1st and 10 officially into Detroit red zone. Handing the ball off, and this is stuffed just as it's been all day. 14 carries for Bartel, 36 yards.
Anyway, we start out the night like always. Get some drinks. You start feeling a little bit rowdy. Go out to the strip club and meet a young lady there named Chastity, which it's always funny the names they give these girls. 2nd and 7, another drop back for Nelson. Contested ball to Santos. Touchdown. This drive was all Jonathan Santos. He caught that deep ball and then finishes the drive off, keeping these Cleveland Browns in the football game and hopefully keeping some eyes on the screen.
Lions about to get this football back, and they haven't been stopped much at all today, big guy.
Yeah, if I'm Coach DJ, I just keep the game plan very simple. Give it to Zamir, and yeah, that's right. Give it to Zamir again. Punt the football, play defense, and you should get out of here with the dub. Back to the story. We get a bottle at the club. Then we find out that Chastity has a very interesting talent.
Oh, I know what this is. This is the ping pong ball thing, right? Where they shoot it out of the downstairs.
Yeah, well, it's similar. It's very similar. It's all like a 3-card Monty. You just kind of shuffle all the pieces around, all these strippers' tricks. This girl, her specialty was cherry tomatoes. So we're sitting there, 2nd and 6 here as J.D. Cameron going to hit the flat and a great open field tackle. Just what Cleveland needs. Keep them in 3rd and long. Don't let them get the ball to Zamir White in these short yardage situations. Force J.D. Cameron to throw it as he is turnover prone. Anyway, it's the same trick like you're saying. It's like the ping pong ball trick, but it's with cherry tomatoes. And I tell you what, this girl has been practicing because she had like sniper level accuracy. She hits my boy Roscoe in the zipper from 30 feet away. I don't know how she even managed that, but 3rd and 10 and a bad ball trying to get it out to White, and J.D. Cameron just a little off in a big moment there because that's a 1st down. Browns now going to get this ball back. About 6.5 to play. It's, hey, what do they always say? Crazier things have happened than this, Spyder.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm sitting here listening to a story that is crazier than what the story would be if Cleveland comes back in this game.
Stanley Nelson now back out on the field for these Browns at his sophomore season. 1st round pick out of Miami of Ohio. So he's a hometown hero to these Cleveland Browns. And he's going to take a shot on 1st down. This is what you got to do. Broken up. The last second looked like it was going to be hauled in.
Close, but no cigar. Snap from shotgun, a defensive breakdown. Marcus Bartell, nobody within 30 yards of him. He's going to take it 75 yards to the house.
Oh, Coach DJ. He's bringing that look again. He's playing that man blitz. No safety help over the top. One problem, you forgot to cover the halfback coming out of the backfield. And that's the exact reverse opposite of what Detroit needed to do. You needed them to take a lot of time off the clock, a methodical drive. Instead, you give up a quick score, and all of a sudden, we got a game here in Detroit. It's a 7-point game. Momentum has flipped completely onto the Browns side. And now I got to wrap up my story quickly because now we actually have something to watch.
So 6 minutes left. Feel a little silly for counting out the number 1 team in the NEFL right now, these Cleveland Browns. Right back in it. And you are at the strip club after witnessing a miracle surely from God himself.
I don't know if I'd say that, but it was impressive to see. Eventually we get tired of being there. Zamir White getting stuffed on 1st down. Haven't seen that at all. So that's good news for Cleveland. If they can start doing that, and they really got a chance of pulling this one off. And we end up getting a bottle or 2 more, and we just kind of get bored. Decide, let's get out of here. 2nd and 8 here. Play action. A little bit of a rollout, and oh no! A pick from J.D. Cameron. Slick move from Coach Jern. Dodging the defender. It's a pick 6. Holy crow. What am I watching? Am I watching one of the worst meltdowns of all time here? It was just, what was it? It was 3.5 minutes ago. The Lions were up 3 scores. We got 5.5 to play, and it's tied. I don't want to be that guy, but I touched on it earlier, Spyder. This J.D. Cameron is careless with the football. Go back to last year. Threw 25 interceptions. Come to this year. He's thrown 28 interceptions. It's just too many. This guy was the 1st overall pick a couple years ago, and I don't know if he's ever going to learn to take care of the football. He's got talent, but he makes decisions like that sometimes, or maybe the mechanics are off because it wasn't a great throw. Now Detroit, you're on your heels here. Big ball to Metcalf. That's just what you need. Get some confidence back in this team. It's hard to rally the troops when a comeback of this proportion has happened.
1st and 10 from midfield. Deep drop from J.D. Cameron, lofting up into double coverage. Tipped up, and it's picked. The same man, Darnell Savage, he just had a pick 6 a drive ago. Says, let me double down, get another. And J.D. Cameron and these Lions are falling apart before our very eyes, big guy.
And it's unfortunate because this is the right decision, Spyder. You go back, look at the tape. This is a touchdown, but the Cleveland Browns pass rush finally gets home, affects the throw, turns it into this butterfly ball, and Darnell Savage, he's playing like one today.
Cleveland now with possession. Also coming off a 21-point run, trying to make it 28. Got some motion on first down here.
Yeah, the whole playbook's open, Spyder. You can go back to running the football. That's exactly what they do. And I got to wrap up this story I started because I thought it was garbage time. This turned into a real game. Like I said, we end up leaving the club, Spyder. Get in my Bugatti, hit the freeway, but I get pulled over doing 130.
Uh-oh. As here, throw on 2nd and 4, looking middle of the field, almost driven down by the safety there. Dangerous football. Browns going to find themselves at 3rd and 4. So what happens? What's the move? Do you flee the scene?
No, absolutely not. But my boy, Roscoe, he's kind of suggesting like you. He's freaking out. He's got an unregistered handgun in his waist. I tell him, look, relax. This is nothing for me. I stagger out of the car, hands up, and I know I'm like 3 times over the legal limit, but I just wait for the inevitable recognition. I mean, I'm LeRoy Cannonball at the height of my career.
3rd and 4 here for Cleveland, operating at an empty. DJ Jazzy Jeff playing, it looks to be cover 2. Snapped at 4, quick ball to Santos, who's breaking a tackle. He's really come alive here in the 4th quarter. 5 catches, 136.
And it almost just feels like it's too much to overcome. This is like when you're watching 28-3 live. You just felt like, oh my God, too much has happened against Atlanta. Too much has happened against Detroit today. I just, mentally, can you pull yourself together at the end of this game and make a play? Handoff here, and they've played the run well all day. That is one thing they've got right throughout this whole game.
Crisp with the tackle for the loss. Pushing Coach Jern back, 2nd and 12. Now a butt tap and the snap. Scanning the field, good protection, going deep into double coverage back of the end zone. Nobody could catch it. Bringing up 3rd and long.
Of course, you know, the cop ends up recognizing me. Take a picture with him. He lets me off with a warning. We zip over to the buffet down at Bellagio. We're hungry, Spyder. All we just got booze on our empty stomach. You know, we need protein. We're big men.
Just a hair over 3 minutes left in this captivating contest from the 29. Strike to the end zone. It's Santos with a touchdown catch to go ahead. And it's 28 unanswered out of Cleveland.
I'm at a loss for words. You know, I can't believe that this has happened. Cleveland goes over 500 yards for the game. And, oh my goodness. My boy, our boy, Coach DJ out there. Good God, if you ever needed a score, it's right now. Please. That's just for solidarity. I mean, I'm trying to not be biased. It's hard because we covered him last season. I don't want to see him go out like this. At least tie the game.
1st and 10, a drop back for Cameron, who has fallen apart. And now getting a 1st down. Clock gonna wind down. So you're out there getting grub with Roscoe.
That's right. So we're at the buffet. You know, I'm loading up with chicken, steak, brisket, all that stuff. You know, I'm a protein guy. I look over at Roscoe. He's just like me. You know, he's over 300 pounds. Zamir White gonna pick up 5, and Metcalf coming out of the game with the injury timeout. That could play a factor. Metcalf hasn't been thrown too much this year, but at least as a decoy, you know, even for clear-out purposes, that's kind of big. Now I'm looking over at Roscoe, and he's got a plate of salad. Never seen this dude eat anything green in my whole life, other than maybe a big honking booger. Now 2nd and 5, deep drop. Great protection for Cameron, throwing up a bomb to tie the game. Broken up. 3rd and 5.
Why would he have a salad? I mean, that's like the last thing I want to eat when I'm boozed up. Give me something creamy. Give me some Alfredo or something greasy.
No, exactly. That was exactly my thought process as well. What is this dude doing? Kind of like, what is DJ doing in this game?
3rd and 5 from the gun just before the 2-minute warning. Myles Garrett from the blind side. Getting his 2nd sack a game. What a year he's had, Cannonball. averaging almost 3 sacks a game. And Coach DJ, you are really backed up now, 4th and 15. I know the tilt must have set in at this point. It's a 2-minute warning goes off. Gotta have it. You know you're not going to be able to stop Cleveland, but man, 15 yards is hard to get, especially when you can't lean on Zamir White just running over people.
Lions trying to stop the implosion from happening. Pump fake from Cameron. Hit as he throws. He had an open man, but the pass rush forced an errant ball. And Cleveland, it's looking like you won this one. What in Jesus H. Christ's name happened here in Detroit?
Handoff on first down, finally getting some space. This running game has been butt booty buns. But this Detroit Lions squad is just, they're gassed, and emotionally and physically.
Clock winding down, DJ holding those timeouts. Snap here, another handoff, and he's gonna fall forward for the first. Lions still electing to not use those timeouts. Coach DJ might just say, look, just get me out of here. I don't want to play Madden. I don't want to see another game of Madden ever again. Anyway, quick wrap up. This fool pulls out that cherry tomato from the strip club.
Oh, no.
Yeah, honest to God. He pocketed it after she shot it at him, and now this fool's over here chopping it up into a billion little bits and sprinkling it over his salad. Let me tell you, Roscoe ate that salad like a fiend. Like to see Coach call these timeouts? No, he just says, get me the H out of here. I'm done.
Oh my goodness, a horrible story. And what a game from these Browns. Hold on, wait, that doesn't even explain, why did you get a warrant?
Oh yeah, well, when it's all said and done, I ended up, let me just say, I expelled at the wrong time.
Wait, what does that mean? You farted? Did you get a warrant from farting?
I threw up in a roulette wheel, okay? Let's just let it go. Oh, holy crow. I'm trying to bring my mind around to what we just witnessed.
Another classic, another banger. And I don't know whether to classify this as a meltdown or just an incredible, valiant comeback. Probably a little bit of both. But I'll tell you this much, it's going to be hard for J.D. Cameron and Coach DJ Jazzy Jeff to get in front of the podium after this one.
Thank you so much for watching. Always nice having you with us. In association with the NEFL, these Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions, Coach DJ Jazzy Jeff, Coach Jernigan, thanks for a wicked show, and we'll see you next time.
We out.